Hi, good evening. Hope everyone's okay. Taking you boat? Oh, there's Mark here. Don't know what that is. Hope you're well. And it's a miserable night, isn't it? Heading into winter now, and it's not very nice. Um, However, we have to battle on through, don't we? Battle on through, and make the best of it, I suppose, if we can. But hi, how you doing? I'm just going to use one of your quotes in the title, "One Disaster." It's really one bad decision can lead to disaster because you're right there. You know, if you get sober and then you just suddenly decide to start again, you're pretty knackered, aren't you? Hiya, Jav. Nice to see you. Because you're right though. One bad decision, which is to drink again, can completely ruin your life again. Well, just take you down, so fast that you're not here anymore, basically. So I've got to focus on that. I mean, that's why it's got to be one day at a time. And it's a bit of a cliche, that, but it's very true, isn't it? If you don't break it down to one day at a time, then it can be, well, the whole job's knackered, isn't it, really? Although I don't get any temptation or craving to drink. Yeah, a lot of people have still got this mindset that, oh, why can't I just have one or two? And as we all know, you can't just have one or two. Nobody goes out for one or two. They go out for a shed, don't they? And this is the danger of it all. It's not good. Day 1, 2, 2, that's good. Well done. Keep pushing, Joe. You've got to keep pushing every day. The more you do, the more you'll feel better. The more you prosper, really. That's the thing, isn't it? It's like everything in life, and the more effort you put in, the more you'll get out of it. It might seem like you're pissing in the wind, but you can't get there. You can't get there. It just takes a bit of time. Hi, Chris. How you doing? Nice to see you. I'm good, thank you. KOV, did you try Endobuse? I didn't know. The only thing I had was 3 or 4 doses of diazepam over a number of years. 7 days or whatever, the medication it was. A few days to get off the drink, and I was fine after that. Sort of stemmed the withdrawal. Stopped me having seizures. That's what I've tried. I had a friend who tried that Endobuse. I didn't have cravings as such. I used to think, well, I might just go for a drink. I'm pretty easy going. I wasn't like, I must have a drink. But it became like that in the end. I relied on it between 2014, 2019. I relied on it, and I became addicted. That's different to a craving. I didn't enjoy drinking. I just felt I needed it. Neil Hughes, how you, Neil? Hope everything is okay. Drinker, how's evening, everyone? Hope you all have a nice sober evening. Yeah, it's all good. Did everyone here? Was it Monday? Yeah, Thursday now, isn't it? Yeah, been a good week. Although the weather's been horrendous, but this is something that another people struggle with in the winter. Poor weather, can't get out very much, or don't want to go out. You've really got to push yourself. I mean, I went to the gym yesterday. I had to push myself to go to the gym. Once I was in there, I was fine. You've got to really push yourself. You've got to in all aspects of life, haven't you? But when you drink too much, you just strive for mediocrity. You don't try for anything better because all you want to do is drink. When you're off the booze, when you're trying to get off the booze, you've got to push yourself more. It's harder. Hello, Richard. How are you doing? All good, yeah? All smashing, as it were. Just a bit late. Hope everyone's doing good. Yeah, nobody's ever late. It's open house here, Don't worry what time you join, it's fine. As long as people get on here and people are at least trying. I think it's the first indication that people are aware of an issue just by coming on here or even searching the videos. There's a lot of information online, isn't it? Some of it's nonsense, some of it's good. But at the end of the day, the more facts, and I'm trying to have facts here, that you grab together, that you can collect together, the better. Because it's a factual thing. We all follow a very similar line. I do a lot of one-to-one coaching now and chatting support and that sort of thing. We all have a very similar pattern. We drink, decent folk, we get into a mess, come off it, then we relapse, it just gets worse and worse and worse. So obviously the sooner you can get off it, the better. The longer you're off it, the better. And the more experience of being sober, then you learn to be so. You learn to enjoy being sober. And you'll hate the drinking in the end because it makes you so ill. But you eating chocolate at the skate park, no shame being sober. Exactly. You've got to be sober to save your life. It's as simple as that, haven't you? So I was drinking the pints of Guinness in a dream the other night. Funny how talking about drinking can transfer into the brain's subconscious way stuff. Isn't it strange, isn't it? after all that time, they still have the odd sort of drinking dream, as it were. It's bizarre how it catches up, isn't it? How it comes back, shall we say. Jonathan Gould, good evening. How you doing, Jonathan? Hope you're well. So there's one decision I'm on about. It's a bit like, not to the level of relapse, but if just take a scenario where the guy finishes work at 5 o'clock on a Thursday night, and he fancies just going home on a quiet night. Prawn salad and early night, watch a bit of telly, get up for the next day, Friday, because he's got a meeting. So he drives past a boozer and thinks, shall I go in or not? That's the decision time. So you think, no, not tonight, but then again I might. Oh, well, Dave's car is there. I'll just pop in for one. Turns his car in the car park, and you have 1 pint. And Dave buys him a pint. You had 2 now. You can drive on 2, can't? But most people think you can. Whether you can or not, I don't know. Even I don't know. I was in the police. However, then somebody else comes in. Do you want a pint? No, I don't. Better not. Then again, he'd probably think, no, it's only 5:45. I'll just have another pint. I'll leave the car here, and so it goes on all night. And the bad decision was to stay in the pub. So by 11 o'clock, he's still in the pub. He's got to leave the car in the pub car park, go home via taxi with some kebabs, maybe he eats rotten food. There's a couple more cans in the house, and he's late for work the next day. So there's one decision can lead on to a lot more disaster. If you'd just gone home at 6 o'clock, it'd been fine. So that's the sort of thing I'm talking about, one decision. But if you rely on alcohol and you have issues with an addict, then the one bad decision is to go back to it after you've been sober. And that's a relapse, isn't it? Richard, he's had those dreams as well, drunken dreams. I think yesterday I visited my mother. She gave me €100 she wanted to give me before, and now she gave it and said, now I know that you will not spend alcohol. So there you go. It's something that happens when you get sober. You've got good energy, haven't you? That's good news, isn't it? Kivo, did you feel drinking pressure, Misery Loves Company? Not really, no, I didn't feel the pressure really. A little bit, but people say, why don't you have one? I couldn't have one. I mean, I can't have one now, I'll die. Simple as that, I was so ill. Luke Coleridge, back in the day, it was just the culture to go to work, then everyone goes to the pub, especially the pit workers. It's a little different now. The younger generation seem not drinking much. That's strange to say that. They are drinking, they're just doing a different form. They're drinking stronger things. And I've done a bit of work with the alcohol care team in Newcastle. And the specialist nurses there, the doctors say that people are presenting at the hospital with cirrhosis of the liver and other issues linked to alcohol much younger age. So they are drinking. They're just not following the same pattern. I mean, when I started drinking many years ago, say the sort of Submariner time, there was beers around 3-4%. Now you've got beers around 8-9%. It makes a massive difference. Frank, pit workers, miners basically. Used to be a lot of mining, especially in the northeast. There was a lot of mining in Kent as well, wasn't there? Hard job, hard physical work there. Same as the steelworks and things. But it didn't matter what job you did. I was in the police, we drank a lot. Solicitors drink a lot, barristers drink a lot, nurses drink a lot, doctors drink a lot. It's just a culture in the UK. It doesn't really matter what job you do. If you like a drink, you like a drink. When people say you should cut down and stop, if you like a drink, it's really difficult, that. Because that's such a profound effect on people, and it's everywhere, isn't it? We've said before. Drinker, we got beer 50%. Wow, Jesus, that's strong, isn't it? No beer 12%, Jeff. MJ, if you can stay sober in a world that is obsessed with alcohol, you are special. Exactly. That's why I keep saying to people on here, where the exclusive minority side, be different. People will question you. People will probably laugh at you, but tell them to fuck off. Your health is worth everything. I've just been into a place today. I saw 2 guys. They looked so miserable. They were miserable. I just walked in and walked out. I was there to see somebody else. He wasn't there. It's very true that you are special if you can stop drinking. Again, credit to your phenomenal work, Stephen, and I will be supporting your cause further when I can, my friend. Thanks, MJ. I appreciate that. Frank, apologise, but I was being sarcastic. Oh, see, yeah, I've got you. Yeah, there's people from all over the world here, so you don't know what we're talking about. But a horrendous job. I had a mate who was in the mines. He used to go 7 miles underground on a little trolley thing, What's all that about? It's inhuman, isn't it? Ross Smith, hi Steve. I'm new to this channel. Last few weeks helped a lot. I have not drunk so far this week. I feel good. Great. It doesn't take long for your body to respond, you know. The longest I've been sober is 5 months. Keep trying to get off, keep off long term and get off. Keep pushing. If you need any help with it, there's a link in the description of all the videos for one-to-one support. So back in the 80s, pub beer and lager was weak. That's why I always called drunk cider 5%. Yeah, it was weak. A lot weaker than it is now, isn't it? Drink that, keep on going, Rob. Yeah, keep pushing, Rob. Alcohol is a depressant, Frank. Depressant hence. You never see anybody happy. You never see happy alcoholic. No, you don't. That's why we get anxiety the next day, isn't it? We get this impending doom. Well, I used to. That's why I used to take my stepdad back to his car after the pool night every Thursday morning. So it didn't stop me going to Friday night. No, it didn't stop you because it's embedded in our life, isn't it? MJ, I'm a big Only Fools and Horses fan. If you recall when they are, I used to like that. It was funny, wasn't it, in the day. If you'd like to support the channel, then please drop us a donation in the super chats area, or there's a buy me a coffee link at the top there. The more support we get, the more we can do with the channel, and the more we'll be here, and the more videos we've got. There's a lot of videos on the channel. 1,700 now. It's incredible. Always drinking light ales. Yeah, that used to be a joke on the police actually. Fancy light ale, which meant you fancy a session. Always had sessions. Never went for one in all my career. Never went for two. It was a police club, you know, at the station, just next to the station. Most of the big police stations, all of the UK had a police club. Beers, I mean, it's just was a. They say embedded in society. It's just something you did. Nobody ever warned you really of the consequences of drinking alcohol. It was always drugs and alcohol. Keep off the drugs. Alcohol's okay. It was not, is it? Drinker, we think we are more social drinking, but in fact we are burdened to non-drinkers. Very true. Good point, Frank. What's the next word immediately after Only Fools and Horses? Work, unfortunately. Richard, sit in the pub. 0% better luck that way. Our bar has been alright with 0%. I started drinking in 2014 after many years of being sober. Nothing to do with a grip for drink. Natalie, let's see, Natalie. How do you help someone who will not admit that they have a problem with it? Very difficult, that. You've got to give them the evidence, show them things, talk to them. But I was told many times that I had to stop. And I thought, well, I'm better. I know better than a doctor. But I didn't. Because I was a habitual drinker. I couldn't break the habit. I should have done it when I was younger. I had to wait until I was nearly passed away before I had to give it up. I have to give it up. And, I finished it now. I had to give it up. Simple as that. Otherwise, I'd die. If I drink, I'll die. So if somebody doesn't want to admit they've got a problem, it's difficult because only they can stop. Because you can tell people you stop and you might have a beer, a bottle of whiskey, whatever you're drinking in the bed. So it has to be the person. How do you help someone not admit? You've got to point out the facts, Natalie. Get them in here. Point out the facts that you will pass away 25 years sooner than the general population. That's a good one, It certainly made a difference. When I found that out, I think, wow, not good, is it? Dennis, nice to see you, Dennis. Keep on, my friend drinks every day, but I don't say. So I say no, John. Yeah, don't worry about other people. Just look after yourself on this one. I'm not finally tried it with my dad for 10 years until took him to his grave. Well, see, so it's got to be the person, isn't it? Sorry to hear about that, MJ, but people have to want to change. It's a lifestyle change as well. So I don't like 0%. I drink coffee, Pepsi, and water. Perfect. Not too much Pepsi, plenty of water, plenty of coffee. Bobcat, how you doing? Keep the good work. Thanks, Bobcat. Some other different stages of drunkenness: happy and cheerful, loud and confrontational, followed by nobody loves me, crying in my pants. Yeah. And there's crazy singing. Remember them crazy singing days? I think I proposed to my ex-wife when I was drunk. Worst decision of my life. All the bad decisions I've ever made have been alcohol related. But then again, my whole life's been alcohol related, isn't it? Drinking, my husband is trying to stop now too. But if he's motivated, he'll do it. You have to be very motivated, committed, and you have to have this desire to do something which is more important to you than drinking. You should stress this channel isn't. This lives if you want monetized. If you want to drop a super chat or buy me a coffee links there. I hope everyone's okay who hasn't been on for a while. I haven't seen Johnny the Troll on here for a while. Or Beef and Chicken. Stoic, I know, has been away. There's a few regulars missing, but maybe it's a change of time. But if you do know anybody personally who wants to come on at 7:30s now, I'm trying to do Sunday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, but I haven't been able to this week because I've been busy with other things. And I'll try and get back to that. I might do one tomorrow night as well. So I'll put a post. I always do with Sean as well that I'm going to be on. I think I just keep pushing them, not pushing them, but advise is the best way. Just in small town, nothing to do to socialise, go to the pub. Yeah, that's the problem, especially the UK. So I hope they're okay. Thanks for that. Irish, mate, I'm 40, drink every day and got news. The missus is always spending any words of wisdom. But don't do what I did and panic and drink more, drink less, because when the baby comes, you're pretty knackered, really. Because your rest time will diminish. That's what happened to me. I used to have a nice rest, plenty of recovery time. Once you got the baby, wow, different world, mate. You're going to feel like SH1T all the time because you can't recover properly without rest. MJ Natalie Spotting, thanks Natalie. MJ on his work has to find a reason to get sober. Yeah, you have to find a reason. You have to find something more important to you than alcohol. And it's just, as I said before, it's habit, isn't it? It's a habit that you've got. You've got to get out of that habit instead of thinking every day, I'm in a habit now of doing things. I need to eat before 9. I think, it doesn't matter if I eat at 3 o'clock in the morning. I've been retired for years. I don't have to get up or anything. I just think, why we are in these set routines? We're in a set routine, but you know what I'm saying? Get out of that set routine and mix it up a little bit. Sure, young MF, giving up the drink is foot and hell, but you have to do it. If you don't do it, you'll not be here any longer, or much longer, as it were. And the years that you do spend with alcohol issues are frightening and debilitating. Natalie, hi MJ, so sorry to hear that. It is frustrating trying to help get them to help. You have to admit it, yeah. I didn't want to admit it either. I didn't think I had a problem, you see. If they drink every day, it's definitely a problem. On the plus side, it puts others off it. As they say, the bad effects. That's true, but if you've got somebody close to you want to stop, it's heartbreaking. Frank, there's always something else to do around the boozer. Of course there is. And if you do have to go, you don't really. If you do want 0% Guinness or something similar, so it's no sugary fizzy drinks. 0% Guinness is good. Drinking all this Pepsi Max, that's not good either. About older kids, 11 and 6, you've got to be strong. So you're going to have 3 then, aren't you? 11, 6 and 0. Just getting out of the cage and you're back in again. Sorry for laughing, but I know what you're saying. MJ, he was doing a bottle of whiskey for 8 years, and his final year he was doing half. Bloody hell. Bottle of whiskey, see, catch it. What caught up with me was regular drinking, even though I didn't do spirits or wine. I regularly drank alcohol in some form, either lager or beers or something all the time. Hopping, if I could have cut back, I would have. It turned to horrific binges. Nobody starts out in life to become an alcoholic. Nobody. We creep into it because a habit becomes an addiction. MJ, his body was winding in. The last 3 months I watched as he just left there, touched his lips just for the taste, but he wasn't drinking. It's an awful addiction. Jesus Christ, it's terrible. MJ, watch that. I was at the point when I was in my 50s where I was totally abandoned, living alone. And I was just drinking just to get out of bed. I couldn't function. My body had given up completely. I'm lucky to be here, to be fair. I'm surprised I'm here. Even the consultant is. Last summer, one of my friends died of alcohol. They found over 300 empty bottles in his apartment. Jesus. I don't know why I'm saying that. It's quite common now. The more into this, Bearish just got out of the cage, so sorry for that. Maybe laugh out loud. You did, yeah. Now you're back in again, eh? No sleep for you, Mr. Frank, how would you personally describe the difference between a heavy drinker and alcoholic, and people that perhaps making heavy drinking for being an alcoholic when they're not? Heavy drinking is when you're drinking too much and you've got hangovers and you feel rough and maybe a bit of withdrawal. And you know there might be a few consequences in your life as soon as it cracks starting to appear. But alcohol is when you actually fall off the edge. You day drinking, you're drinking in the morning. As my fiance said the other night, a good phrase is, when you need a drink rather than you want to drink, that's when you become an alcoholic. When you can't face life, basically, and you can't face the torture and pain of withdrawal, that's when you're an alcoholic. And you know that your life's slipping away. Everything's slipping away around you. You can tell. You know, a lot of people do drink heavily. A lot of people don't get to the point where they're actually physically dependent. But if you're reaching for a drink to get over the pain of anxiety, I would call it the anxiety and hangover, because anxiety is a big problem, then you've got problems, real big problems. So you've got to be careful. MJ, I'm going to drop off now, Jim. As so you're trying to, or to save many lives. Please take a lot of pride and solace in that. Thanks, MJ. Appreciate that. I really do. Thanks very much. Thanks for everybody who's on here. Thanks, MJ. Appreciate it. Have a safe evening. Hot penny withdrawal is a game changer. If hair of the dog can fix you, you've crossed the line, 100%. When you need that drink, instead of wanting that drink, you've crossed the line. And it's very difficult to get back to any sort of level of sobriety, to be fair, because that's when you've just gone down the path, it's just gone. Like I said, the one bad decision, I think it's someone else. It doesn't matter if you've been 15 days, 15 years, 10 weeks, one bad decision to drink again would take you straight back further than you left before. That's the problem. Now, yes, I think it's brilliant what you're doing, trying to do, Stephen. Will really help many people. Thanks, Natalie. Hope everyone's doing well. That's the main thing. The main focus of this is to get people healthy. If your health is not there, then it's something that matters, isn't it? Health is your wealth. People can do very well in life, but if they're lying in bed and the doctor says, you haven't got long to live, then it's a shocker. And you wish to spend more time with people and have a better life. I see it as wasting it in the booze. But if you drink in a hangover, it would make you sicker. So that's true. That's a good point. Yeah, it's a different level, isn't it? When you pass hangover and go withdrawal, that's the problem at time. But the withdrawal is when I've been off it for a while and I relapse, I don't have any hangovers. I go straight to withdrawal. It's incredible how quick it will pick up pace and destroy you again. Panican, I always dread the run up to Christmas because the drink is absolutely relentless, and everywhere. By the end of what are you screaming for mercy? Yeah, it starts now. That's why I put a video tonight, The Chaos of Christmas, because it's not long before it'll get crazy and people will relapse all over the place. Samara, 2 types of alcohol can't face life without a drink. You can't live without a drink. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, can't face it with it. It's a very complicated substance, isn't it? I think the main thing is that the availability is the problem, isn't it? Now you can get little geezers turned up on scooter bikes and just hand in at the door. You don't have to get out of the car. Or you don't have to go off license. You don't have to walk. I couldn't even walk anywhere. I was getting it delivered in the end by a dial drink company. So it's so easy to get, isn't it? That's a good course tomorrow. Tips about alcohol. Can't face life without a drink. Can't live without a drink. So right. Frank, yes, a regular heavy drinker can go days without the booze, but because of horrendous hangover and all that goes with all that, especially as you get older, with alcohol will still drink. Yeah, definitely. As you get older, your body takes more of a hit. Richard never had bootleg moonshine, though found a quart of vodka for 3 euros. Jesus, cheap, isn't it? Drink I want to drink because of the hangover in Belgium. Now big promotions on alcohol because of festivities. Well, yeah, it started, like I say, already, isn't it? Remember mid of November already. As time goes on, it'll get worse, won't it? Much, much worse. It's just a question of trying to steer through that. The best part of being an alcoholic, one of the best parts of being recovering alcoholic, should I say, in recovery, is that on January the 1st, January the 2nd, you're fresh as a daisy. And that's always been a big gift for me in a way. I'm fresh and enjoy my life now. I didn't enjoy my drinking time. I said before, most problem drinkers, even most heavy drinkers, are pretty pissed off the next day. They feel terrible. They spent a fortune on something which they didn't need. Because sometimes when we get a little bit older and we're getting well into this drinking habit, we drink for drinking's sake. It's just something to do with it. Go to the pub. You've got this. You've got to break this cycle and fill in all the time that you spend drinking and recovering. I wish I could keep my friend. Sorry, wish I could help my friend stop drinking. Yes, you only do so much. You only do so much. I can speak to them if you want, but you've got to be. You've got to want to stop. You have to realise you had a problem. I would never admit it until the end, of course. Okay, well, there's a few links and there's a lot of links in the videos and description part if you want to get in touch. Richard Bruce, were you on the beach when you were working for the Met? Would love to know. I did a bit of everything, to be fair. Bit of plain clothes, bit of uniform, and I passed the sergeant exam when I was very young, and I passed the inspector's exam. So I did loads of things, mainly in the West End of London. Though. I did a bit of work in South London first. Frank, absolute total nonsense. All these Christmas so-called celebrations starting in November. It's crackers, isn't it? Absolute madness. Your life's taken over. It's for children, isn't it? It's not taken over. That doesn't bother me. I work most Christmases anyway. The job I did. The father was in the police as well. He worked, so Christmas was just any day, really. It's never bothered me. But some people get obsessed with it, don't they? Start buying presents and mince pies and all that. Turkeys put in the freezer. What a load of nonsense. I mean, Christmas lunch is just a normal lunch. I mean, most of the boozers now are charging 100 quid. Up to 100 quid. And a boozer for Christmas lunch. 100 quid. A Sunday lunch with some cranberry sauce on. It's absolutely mental. And a few sausages with a bit of bacon around. Anyway, it's up to them. We've got to live our lives as we want to. And you've got to, we're here to keep focus and keep off the drink. As we all know, it's so debilitating. It's a killer. It's a big killer. Every 10 seconds somebody dies of an alcohol-related illness. Someone I can't get over. That's fermented wheat and barley or fermented fruit and turn it into such a mind-altering substance. It's incredible, isn't it? It does alter the brain traffic, as it were, doesn't it? It's an incredibly strong drug, incredibly dangerous drug. Yet it's all over in every supermarket. There's pubs in every town that I know. And Wetherspoons are selling at half price. I think it's October, sober October, what they're doing in these pubs. I think Wetherspoons reduced the price. That was January. It's everywhere. You can't get away from it. That's the problem, can you? You can't get away from it. It's going to be. It eats in at you all the time. Frankenstein is bad when the beer is the food. I'm trying to taper off. No vodka. Good. Get off the vodka and try and. How are you getting on anyway, Frankenstein? Is it working? That's the thing. The tapering off didn't for me. It was hard. Frank Brennan. I still love Christmas and the build-ups with it. And then, of course, it's always a huge anticlimax, but I only started drinking about Christmas from the 1st of December. Long time drinking, isn't it? Well, I was the same. Richard Dutch Holland, my ex from 26 years ago, will make me 2 cooked dinners on Christmas Day. She's awesome. That's good. You don't need to go out and spend 100 quid. Drinker 1, 2, 3. Now I buy the food promotions. They're better and more healthy. Of course, you keep off the booze, eat the food. You have to have good food. You have to basically you've got to get the best food that money can buy, or that you can afford, as it were. It's a quote from Gordon Ramsay. That it's very, very true. And put good nutrients in, because every time you drink, you're putting rubbish in your body, aren't you? You're getting rid of all the good nutrients. So your body will fight for you once you get off it, because you're going to start to make it clean again, aren't you? 2 Christmas dinners on Christmas Day. Yeah. It's a lot of food, isn't it? But there you go. It's nice now and again to overindulge, I suppose. I couldn't eat 2 though. Hop in and made stuffed mushrooms today. Nice. Stuffed with what? Stuffed with some mushrooms. I think of peppers there. Right. Yeah, good food. You must eat well and you must drink lots of water and get plenty of rest as well. It's easy. Medicine's quite simple enough, isn't it? And if you're drinking too much, you must cut down and stop. Don't stop if you're an alcohol dependent person, because that can really take you into a mess. That's not good at all. But Christmas time is definitely a big trigger for people. I was speaking to a guy recently who said he gets triggered by the fact he's had a long week at work and he wants a reward and the kids are running around and all that sort of thing. And it's very, very much, again, the habit. Because once you have one drink, then you have another one, don't you? Why do you have the second one? You think, I just want one beer just to calm me down a bit. And then you have two, then you think, well, might as well have three now. And by the time you get to six, you don't care about the next day, do you? That's the problem. Drinker, he'd probably like to eat Frank Byrne. So my ex from 30 years ago would probably hit me over the head with a frying pan if she saw me again. That mine would probably stab me. Shoot me. Jason Rains, I was doing very well. But then he relapsed over the summer. See, a lot of people relapse. I advise anybody not to relapse. As you go twice as hard and twice as heavy. I became very, very unwell and had to take time off. Yeah, that's happened to me. I became seriously ill. So you've got to be very, very wary of this. But you relapse, carry on. It's not so dangerous. Oh, I might need to drink more water. Good point. A lot of people need to drink more water, don't they? It helps your body a lot. Kathy, nice to see you. Thanksgiving can lead to relapse. Be vigilant. 100%. Watch it all the time. It's too easy to get in the pub and too hard to get out. That's the analogy I use. So easy for me to go and get a drink, but so difficult to stop. So I get all of us, drink. I found my love for cooking again and baking. Brilliant, that's good. It's really good. Hi Samantha, how are you doing? How are you doing? Nice to see you again. Hope you had a good day. Oh, excellent day, actually. One of the best for a while. Samara, you can't beat a good meal that you've cooked from scratch, especially when you're cooking for someone else. That's a good point. Always get the best food you can afford. You've got to look after yourself. Hot pea mushrooms, stems, garlic, bit cream cheese, parsley, parmesan. I don't eat them, but friends like them. Well, that's good. You should eat them yourself. Well. Jason, tip top now, thanks to this chat and you, buddy. Thank you. Down to 1 can a night. That's good. Feeling good. Brilliant. Well done. Frank, so we're all round yours on Christmas Day, Trinker. If you love cooking and baking, yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Cook for 100. Plus ones as well. Trinker, I got to try it. Okay, good. If I'm baking, it's a good sign. Yeah. Just keep yourself busy. You've got to replace a lot of hours where you spent drinking, getting to the pub or whatever, bar, or just lying around trying to recover. The amount of wasted hours you have when you look back, or even people are drinking now, you just spent that time recovering. You've got to plan everything like a military operation. If somebody said, I need a lift on Sunday, I just think, geez, how am I going to do that? It's Wednesday. I'm already starting to panic. Do you know that sort of thing? You panic days before and you work it all out. In the end, you just make an excuse, I can't make it. Because your anxiety takes over and, your levels of worry just go through the roof. My dog won't eat a mushroom. Neither will I. Mushrooms. So yeah, keep focused. Keep telling yourself that this is doing me good, keeping off the beer and cutting down. Because somebody said to me the other day, how do I get rid of the triggers of thinking, I need a drink? If you've ever been ill with alcohol, which most people have here on here, play the tape fast forward, as it were, and think, I was really ill then. If I have a drink, I feel great now. If I have a drink now, how ill am I going to be in 6 weeks if you make it that far? And how good do I feel now? So you might pass the off lights and you'll just get 4 cans. But those 4 cans will drag you back. Even if you don't get the level I was, you still feel rubbish in the morning. You still not want to eat properly. You won't sleep. It's a waste of time, isn't it? And those 4 cans you start on will turn to 8 and so on. And that's the problem with relapse, isn't it? I love mushrooms and they're good for you. They are. It feels good not to destroy my body day by day. Very good point. That's all you're doing. You're just destroying your body. MJ, I'll speak privately about that one. Kiva, thankfully, I have OXY, whatever that is. If you'd like to support the channel, then please hit the super chats button and also the coffee link, because this live is not monetized. And the more support we get, the more we can do here, and the more we can help each other. And thanks for everybody who's come on and chat. If you know anybody who wants to join these lives, please do. And keep hitting the like and subscribe button, which I keep forgetting to ask people. I know you're right, Frank Brennan. Hugh to sup. No, you can sup. Somebody else, but I can't drink alcohol. Nobody wants to drink alcohol because it's a killer. But it's an addictive killer. And that's why people get into such a mess with it. And they even go back to when they've had a liver transplant, some people. It sounds absolute madness, but the power of addiction, isn't it? You've got to, when you're sober, and you've passed that danger spell of withdrawals and possible seizures, when you're sober, then you have to focus on how life is going to pan out, how good it's going to be. You have to make a plan of action because you know you're going to have a lot of spare time. And if you don't fill that void with something, you're going to get bored, or you're going to have this fear of missing out. And that'll creep in. And the longer you're sober, unless you really focus on it, you'll drift back in and it can get worse. So the more time you spend off, when you hit the relapse button, it's much worse. It's going to get worse all the time. Richard used to drink till the first bus showed at 5 a.m. Well, I know what you're saying. I did all nighters when I was in London and stuff. I mean, my body couldn't take it. You're in my 40s, really. So, you will just break down yourself, break down your body, break down your mind. Your mind's a big factor as well. But the anxiety for a lot of people is huge. Worry about things they should never worry about. They become insular. You lose your purpose in life. Nothing. You lose your light. You lose your courage, your ambition. You become vulnerable. And you're not a good person. That's the problem. When you come off, it's incredible how the body will respond if you're not throwing alcohol down your neck. It's bad news. Frank, right, drinker 1, 2, 3. Here's my menu for your Christmas day. Start with a nice lentil soup, main meal for Christmas day and lunch. So focus on keeping sober. The things that will trigger you are, I had a bad day at work. I need a reward. It's not a reward. It's just a death sentence. That's what alcohol is. A lot of alcoholics are just obsessed with it. Got to get the book because this, and it builds up this hangover. This anxiety will build up to the point where you can't function unless you have a drink to do anything. And that's why people start to have a drink in the morning, and then we go to the office now and they want lunchtime. Then by 3 o'clock, they're starting to get edgy again. So you have another one. Because if you relapse and you start drinking again early in the morning, you're going to have to drink all day, then, aren't you? And another good way to cut down, if you can, is to start later in the day. And don't just break it down into hours. If you don't have a drink, if you normally have a drink at 5, start at 7, but don't have any more. Or try and cut it down a little bit, either by hours or by quantity, or do both. But don't just stop when you're dependent, because you will have medical issues. There should be a sober day coin. Yeah, it should be. I think the AA do something. I don't know. I don't know much about the AA, but I think you get like some reward thing or some little charm, whatever it is. But the main thing you got to remember is it's your game. Nobody can help you do this. People can encourage you, but nobody's really bothered at the end of the day when you're trying to go off the booze. You have to do it yourself. As somebody asked a question earlier, how do they encourage somebody to stop? It's very difficult. If they want to continue drinking, then they will. And they will find a way. They'll sneak drinks in, they'll do this, and it's very hard to get people off it who don't want to. It's easy if they want to, easier, but not fighting against it. It's really hard. I'm making some potato barley with limas. Nice. People say, you get a bracelet. No, that's for bracelets for the 1 year sober. I've got you. Anxiety affected me to the point of physically where I would literally shake when I was in public. That was me. I had panic attacks. And now I'm off the base. Don't have that at all. I'm walking around like a king. Yeah. Same as me, Jason. Life's never been better. Never been better for a couple of reasons. You get so nervous, you become a mouse, don't you? With anxiety. Free tea. And in withdrawal, see 2 figures at either side of my bed like shadows. I don't even know now if I was awake or dreams. Bloody hell. Withdrawal's horrendous. Frank Brennan, I'm no vegetarian by any means, hot penny, but thankfully I've always loved my veg since I was a kid. So unfortunately, people won't give up drink until they've reached their personal rock bottom. I agree with that, mate. Yeah, 100%. Like I said, I hope you find your rock bottom soon because mine was a living hell in a mental hospital. Yeah, mine wasn't much better, I have to say. So rock bottom was not good at all. I think I know the feeling. Just sorry, hi Stuart and everyone. 8 days sober after another detox here in Scotland. Well done, Zorley, as I say. Believe it or not, 1 month after the previous one. The detox drug stops working the more you do it, so it's more incentive not to relapse. That's good. Well done. You must keep focused. You've got to keep focused. Which Bruce, I was in a psychiatric hospital. Jesus. So a lot of people had issues, isn't it? Not issues, but problems with it. I had problems. Massive problems. Jason Burns, Samara, 100%. Kathy, Samara, how difficult the experience must have been. Glad you're better now. Um, rock bottom didn't stop hot penny. But it didn't some people, does it? You look to be here, really. We all are, don't we? Check out 1 to 3 hours hunting on images, insects in the throat. Really, really odd, isn't it? I've never had any DTs. I just feel absolutely terrible and dizzy and as if I'm weak and I'm going to die. That's how bad I feel. Well, Richard, bad news, mate. I ended up shooting myself in the head in an air rifle twice. Cry for help. This is the lens that gets us to, isn't it? It sounds madness, but I know what the Samara's talking about. So I haven't been far off that myself. It's just mind blowing what goes on. It's because it's just so bloody addictive. Bus captain, I had wicked anxiety attacks when I was hungover, feeling very weak and hungry, feeling too ill to have any appetite, and my heart was skip beats, making me think I was having a heart attack. Yeah, I've been through all of that. It's horrible, isn't it? Hot penny, I was what they call a frequent flyer at the site reward. Frequent flyer. Like everyone else, hot penny, I had the very best mum and dad, both sadly no longer around, and they loved Christmas too. Hence my love for it too. 7, of course. They're with me and my family in spirit. That's good. I'm pleased to recognise that. And, parents have been good to you and this sort of thing. Live now for yourself. Live and look forward to the future. I never looked forward to one day when I was drinking heavily. I didn't really want to be here, if that makes sense, because you get so depressed by it. It's unreal, isn't it? How quickly it'll take over your life. If you'd like to support the channel, please do. The super chat button is there, and the buy me a coffee links here on the right. And the more support I get, the more I can do, and the busier we'll be, and the more the channel will grow. And we always learn something, I think. Every night, somebody's got a different take on something, or a different way of looking at things. And it's just a question of helping each other as well. It's a support network as well, isn't it? You can't, because alcohol can be your connection point when you're lonely and you get a bit down, which isn't good. You've got a connection somewhere. You're busy with something else. Your mind will refocus on something else, not just alcohol. Jason, I'd like to note before I go for my tea, Betty Bass is still by pop in. Say that, guys. Well, Jason, I haven't seen him for months. Well, months, weeks. Jason, never seen him for a while. It hasn't been a problem. He hasn't been missed particularly, but still nice to see people on. I hope they haven't gotten a mess. We don't want ill. You don't want anybody to be ill and poorly with it all, do we? From Charlie here at Samara, Kathy, thanks. It was certainly a bad hair day that day. Oh, good enough. 15 years. 15 years is magnificent. But like you said, somebody, one bad decision could take that all away in a half a beer. You can't risk it. So you cannot risk it. Another slogan that's come out of this is think before you drink. Don't just have a few drinks and they'll be all right. Because you're not going to be all right. If you're like me, or Samara, or various other people in it. I mean, most of us have had issues with alcohol. Cannot risk it. You cannot risk. Every time it's going to be worse and worse. We've done it. Close the door. It's firmly behind you. It's a new chapter of life now, and you have to get used to it. Having no alcohol, but I'm so used to it. I'm really busy now. Not just with this, with other things. And once you've got off that merry-go-round of drinking too much, life will be a whole lot better, trust me. 1,000% better. Because you haven't got this constant aggravation and worry and the hard work aspect of, I need a drink. When we get next drink from, can I do this? Can I do that? Free take tolerance goes sky high. It did with me, and then it drops off when you get really ill, man. You can't tolerate anything. Frank, Christmas lights, Christmas decorations, Christmas presents under the Christmas tree. It's for kids, isn't it? Christmas. As long as you don't drink, it's a massive, massive trigger for people. A lot of people get very emotional at Christmas, especially with the crazy nonsense music they put on the radio and stuff. So this is Christmas and all that nonsense. You've got to step out of that. It's a different life now if you want to be sober. It's a better life, but it seems alien to you when you're drinking. I used to know the odd couple of people who were sober. I think, wow, what do they do at the time? So you're in a pub with us having a laugh. But it's a bit like being, like I said before, the exclusive minority. It's a good feeling to be in that club. And if you have a kicked addiction, you're a very special person because a lot of people don't. A lot of people can't. A lot of people want to, but they just can't do it. If you manage to do it, you're in a very exclusive club, to be fair. Frank, Christmas for big kids, I suppose it is, yeah. But happy my mother was an artist with our Christmas tree extraordinary. Yeah, it is good for that, I suppose, Christmas. But my point is, we don't have to drink. It's not an excuse to have 3 or 4 days drinking. Feeling rough, not eating your Christmas lunch. That's no good, is it? I mean, the video I did tonight was about Christmas. The amount of Christmases I spent just to sleep is beyond belief, really. You think, what a waste! All that good food goes to waste. This is my thing about fantasy versus reality. It's very much linked to alcoholism. The fantasy versus reality. You got the problem. You want 1 or 2 pints near a log fire. In the end, you come back at 2 o'clock in the morning, or you end up in a taxi and you just can't remember where you've been. That's not right, is it? So I gave a drink for 9 years. Before that, final realisation 1 year. 1 year, I nearly lost everything. Yeah, 1 year on the drink. 1 year of alcohol being my master again. Yeah, when you make it your master, you're pretty knackered, ain't you? You have to be in control of it because it will control you. Otherwise, it controls you. And if you're an alcoholic, you think about it quite often. I don't have any cravings. I wouldn't drink again. There's no reason for me to. I don't like it now. I got into the situation where I just needed it. I think I was drunk before the food was on me. I was drunk. Well, drunk. I was drinking. I don't know when these drunks a bit leery or anything like that. I just feel terrible. Really rough. Not good. Hot penny. I haven't put up 25 years since my nephew died. If you have no need to, there's no problem. But deals with Christmas in different ways, don't it? Frank, hot penny. Start the day with very best black coffee you can afford, and take your time, and then get out for a good long walk. Even in the bag with that, and then come home. Soup, another coffee. Good. It's good advice. Good advice, Frank. Yeah. Sorry, God bless for your nephew. It's terrible, isn't it? Hot news about your nephew. But like I say, life goes on, doesn't it? I'll do that kind of every day now. It's quite shocking when you hear the stories on here, what we've had to go through. All of us have got problems, but some have had more problems than others. I think, anyway. But Captain, some nights when I drank, usually a box or so more wine, I couldn't get drunk. I just go bright red and flushed. I found myself binge drinking too much for the lack of food, and I'd be couldn't get drunk. I'd just go bright and red. As soon as you can't get drunk, I could never get drunk after about the age of 40 because you don't get that buzz you get. I didn't want to be drunk. That mellow feeling. But as you get older, the mellow feeling isn't there. It's just a feeling of, I'm just had another drink, it's just something to do. The mellow feeling's gone, isn't it? And you don't feel well. It's not good. So my Christmas tree, I've just discovered in bin liners, fully decorated lights on as well. Just look, the bin liners off each year, just the bin liners off each year. Yeah, may as well put something up. God, be part of it, Just don't be part of the alcohol fest, as it were. That's the one that's going to do you damage, isn't it? Put the Christmas tree up, it's not good at all. But just taking that first drink of Christmas Eve, feel a bit, I feel alright. I'm just going to have half have a light ale. No good. Because you know yourself, we all know now, that in a week's time we'll be wanting 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 pints. You can't just start with a couple of bottles and then it just goes up. The intake. So, the fast jets just go like that and they go like that. That's what it's like. When you've been off it, it just goes like, wow. There's no gentle curve up. Like a rocket. That's the only way I can describe the relapse symptoms or the relapse grief you get when you stop and start. It's not good at all. Bush Captain said that I know if I had half, it would quickly turn to a gallon. Yeah. I've got a friend who says that. Fancy a gallon. Just 8 pints. Just 8 pints. I used to have 3 gallons sometimes. 3 gallons of liquid in a day. Spent a fortune in London on that, just to have what I thought was a good time. I don't think so. It's not good. Frank Brown, well done, you, and stay strong. Stay focused with new healthy habits. That's the healthy habits and reason to be off the booze, that they become part of your daily routine. I was thinking out about it. Slowly but surely you get mentally stronger. You will? Yeah, your mental health will improve. You got to get off it. There's no halfway house here. You cannot be a social drinker. You cannot do it again. You've got to realise that you're going to be completely at the bottom of the barrel, so to speak, if you start drinking again. That has to be incentive enough, doesn't it? No, you're going to die. Because that's what we're doing. When we drink, we're committing suicide, slow suicide, isn't it? That's all it is. But I don't drink more or less around holidays. Any day would do. I didn't drink I didn't drink more or less around holidays. Any day would do. I have to watch others drink much worse. Yeah. Not a good situation. The whole of the alcohol business is just geared there to make money, like most businesses, aren't they? They're not bad about us. Drink 1, 2, 3. I would buy food left in the fridge, and after that in the bin when I was drunk. Also ordering food blackout drunk. Yeah, if the day after not remembering I ordered it, yeah. You go 3 or 4 now, and God, where'd I order that from? How much was that? How much was this? I can't even keep it in the house. Yeah, like I said, I've never had a craving like that. I never sort of, God, I can't keep a bottle of beer in the house. I don't want it really. If I don't want it at all, 'cause one drink will kill me. Get that into your head. I'm going to die soon. I keep drinking. Once you plant the seed of doubt, then you think, "Oh, I'm going to sun again," because it is going to take you down so quickly, and it's going to become. It becomes a problem very quickly. It doesn't just gradually creep up on you. It just goes to bang. That's it. You're gone again. That's the frightening thing about relapse, isn't it? Anyone who's done it will know it's a matter of 9 years sober, then straight back onto it. It's so powerful that you can't stop it. You can't do it by willpower. You have to have medication. You have to have medical intervention if you've been a very heavy drinker. I would call it not heavy drinker. I was a dangerous drinker. Drinking to the level where it could easily kill me anytime. With accidents and things like that, I felt depressed. There's so many people out there with problems. I've been doing this channel for about a year and a half now. I didn't realise how big a problem it was when I was in the thick of it all. I knew the liver wards were busy and hospitals were busy, but to actually see it and work, to actually see the figures and see how many people I speak to and sort of see similar people, being through the same things. You think, well, this is poison, this juice, alcohol we're drinking. It should be banned, really, but that's not going to happen. It'll never happen. Not in our lifetime, anyway. It's just too popular, isn't it? There'd be riots in the streets if they closed Wetherspoons down, wouldn't they? We're going to keep all the folk. 1, 2, 3, and that devil always sits on your shoulder, whispering in your ear to buy alcohol. Yeah, it does. So just waiting there for the opportunity, just popping that off license. Pop in there, get a couple of cans, you'll be fine. But you're never ever fine, are you? You're never fine. Frank Brenner, up your Penny, and you're doing great. So keep going. Yes, it's so difficult at the time. So you do what you works for you. It's your health, well-being comes always first. Yeah, you've got to look after yourself. If you don't look after yourself, no one else is going to look after you. Bus captain and bus driver and frequently drive around towns on a Friday and Saturday night. So the states actually caused by booze is enough to enforce my decision to quit. Yeah. I was the same in the police, but I still drunk. Imagine what we had to do with the police. We weren't driving by, we were in the middle of it. Not good. Drink once a day. With the money I spend on alcohol, I could do a nice vacation. Exactly. It's ancillary costs as well. What have you lost? Maybe in promotions or prospects, or what have you lost overall? You've got taxi fares, you've got food that you didn't eat, and all that sort of thing. There's so many different things that latch on to um, how much you've saved, really. So when I still feel a void in my life when encountering some sort of major problem, I feel like I need something to get me through it. No way would I like I'll take alcohol again. It's just have to man up and face it on head on. Yeah, you do. You've got to grow up. As my dad used to just grow up. If you want to live, stop drinking. If you want to die, keep drinking. There's no halfway house, is there? You know, that's what I tell people. Can I just have one? We have one if you want. I'm not going to stop you, but you won't have more. You'll have one. You'll have more than one. You're back on the phone again. I love helping people, but I guess the point where you think, well, they're not really trying. I know a guy I went to see recently in Durham. We've been drinking for years, and he had a detox. He had quite a lot of cash. Cost him £18,000 for 7 days or something. Came back, he drank a bottle of vodka when he got back. He couldn't get out of the flat. I had to go and see him. A few months ago now, and I think, what's he doing with his life? Wasting. He could have a fantastic life, but instead he's in a luxury apartment with houses all over the world drinking vodka, crackers. Frank Bennett, so going to the travel of ages in January, Hotberry. Weeks of a nice holiday with some sun and you can get some bargain. That's true. Or online too. So yeah, watch out for these triggers. Watch out if you've got cravings. Watch out what's going to happen if you drink. Are you thinking about if I have a couple of pints, where am I going to be on Tuesday? Because some people can drink at the weekends, feel terrible on a Monday. That's the highest sickness day, isn't it? Mondays. Because people don't want to return to work. Because they're sick of their lives, they get depressed. Well, they drink more to get rid of all the pressure because the boss is ringing. That's what current, it's not good. It's much easier to stay stopped than get sober again. That's a very good point. Especially when you're relapsing. But it's hard to get to stop it. Well, it's hard to stay on the right path. I just remember that saying, people will treat you differently if you're sober. You get more done. Everything will be better, the whole of your life will improve once you're sober. There's no question about that. It's just going to go downhill if you keep drinking. Not good at all. So remember I said the one bad decision can lead to many problems. You've got the guys put it's the wrong thing and all this sort of thing. It's a bit like it's a roller coaster. Everything will go wrong when you're drinking. You'll never get out of it unless you stop. So it's just constant aggravation, I would call it. That's why I think it's very hard work. 18,000 bottle of vodka. Yeah, that's what he spent. He's been on a few. Straight away, had a bottle of vodka when he came around. He's got 2 brand new camper vans, called the Mercedes cars. Brand new, hasn't driven them. Guess he's crazy ideas when you had a few drinks. But he's always drunk, isn't he? I feel sorry for the bloke. He's an intelligent guy, just doesn't want to stop. Frank, sorry, Trinket 123, I got you and Hot Penny mixed up. But the same advice. But I've just added you. I'll tell you what I was spending on booze, cigarettes a week. I will smoke twice as much when drinking. £154 a week, £600 a month. Plus, maybe say 700 with a few cigarettes. Plus, you've got the taxis, the food that you eat that's rotten, and all this sort of thing. What you could have done at work, the overtime you missed. There's thousands of pounds gone down the pan with this. Small fortunes, really. It's done us no good, is it? No good at all. So what, but we're all coming to your place that hot place for a nice walk. Sunshine. That's the thing, sunshine. I love the sunshine. Nice. Okay, folks, we've done about an hour there. Thanks for coming on, and try and get back on tomorrow. Certainly over the weekend, but I'll put a post out. Always do a little short as well. And if you've got any questions, then drop your line prior. Anytime, you know what the number is. If you want me to cover any particular subject, because there's thousands of subjects here, aren't there? Millions of alcoholics, and many people with problems. It's linked to lots of crime, lots of diseases, but illnesses and deaths. Early deaths are frightening, wasn't it? You know, the average age for liver disease is about 54, I think. And then you've got people who die of heart attacks, pancreatitis, strokes, accidents, suicides, and the list goes on and on. So it's not a good thing. Okay, so we're going to Pamela, if I had a little bit more than money, it's gone. You would start drinking. Yeah, pretty right there. Okay, well, good night, folks, and let's see you very soon. Well, like I say, I will put a short out. If you hit the little bell button on the channel, you should be alerted to anything that comes up. If that makes sense. Thanks, Stephen, everybody, for the support. Yeah, keep going, and focus on maybe a few topics you want to talk about. Thanks, Samantha. See you soon, and thanks for coming in. Thanks everybody who's popped in and all the comments. And it's just like everybody wants to donate anything, just put the super chat, hit the super chat button or the buy me a coffee links on the site all the time, and it helps to get some support. It helps the channel to keep moving along and keep it right at the front of the queue as it were. So, great night, folks. Thanks for sharing. See you soon. Take care. Nice one. Keep out of the rain. Keep dry. Keep warm. Keep safe. And eat as much good food as you can get. And keep exercising. Drink plenty of water. And remember what I said. You only need 3 things in life to be content. Something to do. Somewhere to go. Someone to love. If you've got those 3 things, you're doing all right. But you're doing well. Your health matters. Speak soon.